Hello, my name is Zunar. I'm a political cartoonist from Malaysia. So what I do is I do a political cartoon every day to criticize Malaysian government. I've been doing political cartoon for more than 20 years. It's very tough in Malaysia. It's because we have a different situation compared to what we have here in terms relating to press freedom. So, in Malaysia, all presses controlled by directly controlled by the government. There's special law to control that. So there's no way we can draw political cartoon and to be published by newspaper. There's no way. So we have to, like me, I have to rely on internet, to publish my cartoon. So it is very tough because not only the government look cartoon as a political cartoon as it is, but cartoonists become if we are very vocal and critical against the government, it can be we can be like enemy of the state. It's like what happened to me now. Mm-hmm. So, but for me, because my mission is to fight through cartoon. So I'm not just drawing cartoon as a job, but I have a mission. I want to change the government because our Malaysian government is so corrupt. So I have to. I want to fight and to change the new government. And in doing that, my mission is I use cartoon as a weapon to fight. It's not a physical weapon, but cartoon as a weapon.
So how did you get into cartooning? Was it at a young age, and what about it appealed to you?
Yeah, actually, my cartoon get published in children magazine when I was 12 years old. Now I'm 50 years, That's the first my cartoon. But I think when my age was 12, when I was 12 years old, I'm not mistaken. So that's how I started. But I keep drawing cartoon. I still keep drawing cartoon when I was in school, university. I keep drawing cartoon, and even when I start a job in the government sector, I still drawing cartoon. But that is not political cartoon yet. It's just a normal cartoon because teenagers, the target audience, mostly teenagers. So they don't understand politics. They don't like politics, that kind of things. So I draw a normal cartoon. But there comes one point in my career that I said that I don't really satisfied with how our country being run. So I feel that I need to do something to change the society and the mindset of people that we need to stand up. I want them to stand up and say something. If you don't like, then don't just keep quiet. But how do I do it? So I like to read politics. So I like politics actually, to read and then analyze political issues and everything. So, and I also a cartoonist. So I said, why not I combine this as someone who like politics, and I'm a cartoonist. So it's become a political cartoon. So from this is 20 years ago. I started in 1986, like that. I start to venture into political cartoon, and but my cartoon always, my political cartoon is always a cartoon that it's not just for people to laugh, like I said, but I put a lot of message and information, alternative views for public to understand. And the most important thing is my stand, and this stand must be clearly seen in my cartoon, in my work.
So is cartooning your only job?
Yeah. So far, my only job.
So for how long has it been your only job?
Yeah, I think it's about 10 years ago. Before this, I have another job. It's a part-time.
What was it?
Yeah, I work for newspaper. I'm editor of a newspaper. Just a small newspaper tabloid.
Okay.
So after that, I think that I need to go all out. Then I need to be full-time cartoonist.
Yeah. Did working with the newspaper show you sort of what the journalistic state was in Malaysia?
Yeah. I come to the reality. There are, when let's say when I interview a journalist, I conduct an interview to take a new journalist. So there are young journalists come with very good result with good diploma. We say that he score every subject, mass communication, everything okay. But come to the reality, they are actually not. They are not good, because the problem is journalists in Malaysia, in general, they are not taught to debate. To debate and then try to exchange idea. They tend to follow instruction. So this is not good actually for a journalist. They have to give an idea. They have to argue a lot with their boss, the editor. You argue a lot in terms of idea. So we can exchange idea. Sometimes your idea could be better than the editor, the journalist's idea. But you have to voice it out. You can't simply follow instruction, and then that is not good for journalism.
Okay. So what has been like the craziest experience so far in your career?
Yeah, I've been detained under the Sedition Act for drawing cartoon. So my book has been banned. 7 of my book been banned by the government. 7, yeah. Because of actually they don't like they don't want cartoonists to have their own view. That's what the government doesn't want. Cartoonists to have alternative view, to have own view, to say something that's not in line with their view. So that's why they banned my book. But the reason given is because the content of the book are detrimental to public order and can influence public to revolt against the government. So they look like this book is very bad book, a very dangerous book. That's what they want to say public. So you don't buy this book. So we ban it because it's too dangerous. You can create riot or something like that. So, but the main point is they don't want any alternative view. They don't want people to when after reading the cartoon, they will open up their mind. That they don't want. And the most difficult thing for them is because this is in visual type, in visual form. It's not in writing. They not really worry about writing, but they worry about something visual, so people can stick in their mind and try to think differently or start to question the government. So that's what they don't want. So this is they are more to, for me, it's not a crazy moment in my career, but it's something that I can say that some important point, in my career. When that happened to me, of course, you have been detained, handcuffed for 8 hours. Of course, it is painful. It's a painful memory, but after that more and more people start to read my cartoon. They try to look what type of cartoon, why the government banned this cartoon. So, and then I got an award after that. So for me, this is an important moment rather than crazy moment. But again, somebody has to step. Somebody have to face it. This is a dirty job. People say this is a very dirty job and very risky job. But somebody had to do it, and I'm the one who want to do it.
Can you kind of take me through the experience? Like, tell me what it was like when you found out, or like, how did you find out that you were getting detained?
I actually, I didn't expect it. You know, I'm after they banned my book, then I came out with a new book. The title of the book is Cartoonophobia. So this is a sarcastic title to show that the government that phobia cartoon. So on that day, the book just arrived in my office. This is the first batch of the book. It's about 60 copies. That we're going to use that book for the launching on the same night. While a few hours before the launching, I was sitting in my office and then to draft a script for my speech. So suddenly, 10 police officers stormed in my office, and they introduced themselves to police, and they said that we're going to detain you because you produce a seditious book. So they took the book. They said this is seditious, the book. So they detained me and they took all the book, and I was brought to travel to 7 police stations at that night before they finally detained me at the end, at the last one, which is near to the airport, and then the launching went on. The launching ceremony went on without the author and without the book. So that's very funny. That is very funny launching. No author, no book, but what you're launching what? But why they brought me to the 7 police station? Because they worry after the launching, people will come and protest at the police station if they stick to one. So after they detained me, they also went to the printers factory, because they know they only got 60 copies. They know there are 1,000 copies. They still want to get the rest of it. But because of
Sorry.
Okay. But when they detained me, because of the internet era, everybody already know what the story, and the factory of course hide the book somewhere else. So when the police came to the office, they couldn't find the book, and they went to the publisher, or the same thing, couldn't find it. So when I was in lockup, I was under detention. When I was in the lockup, they keep asking me where is the rest of the book. I said, if you want to investigate this book, why you need 5,000 copies? It's all the same, You take one book or 2 books enough to see the content. But their intention was to make sure that the book doesn't exist. They want to destroy all the book. So next day they detained me. Okay, next day they brought me to the court to get a remand order for another 7 days. So they detained me for another 7 days. So, but when they are in the trial session, the police said that, okay, this book, we detained this man because he produced a book, seditious book. They show the book under the Sedition Act will carry the maximum penalty 3 years in prison. So we want to detain him 7 days to investigate him, to get a confession or statement from him. So then the judge, asked me what he's going to say. I said, first of all, how do they know the book is seditious or not? The book haven't been in market. Nobody see the book yet. I just got 60 copies. That's it, and it's going to be next week only in market after the launching. So I said, how do you know it? So the judge asked the police, have you read the book? The police said no. So this is the court instruct me to be released on next day. So this is all bad. They did it in bad faith, bad intention. It's not about the content, but they want to stop this book. They want to stop me from drawing cartoon. You know, they ban my book, I still draw. I keep drawing. They went to the vendors to stop the vendors, but I still drawing. They went to the printers, I still draw. I still drawing. So the final say, they said, if we detain this man, and maybe he will stop drawing. That's what they want to do. That's why the reason why for me, I say that I won't stop drawing, because that's what they want me to do. If I do that, that means I admit. You know, so some people advise me that maybe you need to slow down, or you know, to stop this drawing this type of cartoon. It's a normal cartoon, you can make a living. But I said no, I will keep continuing. I said that I will keep drawing until the last drop of my ink. So if they want to stop me, they have to stop the ink supply coming from Malaysia. I mean, that kind of things. So this is important for me, because I said that I want to set an example for young cartoonists. And not only cartoonists, also an activist in Malaysia. Any type of activist. That you say that we if I don't step forward, nobody will follow. This is important. So let me do it, this risky job. When I do that, now in Malaysia we have a group of young cartoonists, very young cartoonists. So they came to see me. They said that we want some guidance, how to draw cartoon like you. So finally we form a group called Independent Cartoonist Group. It's about 20 of them. So I giving them some advice, some guidance, how to do that. But again, the important thing, if I need to step forward first, then only people will follow.
How old are the people in that group, generally?
Between 20 to 30.
Oh, wow.
So, but they are doing in Facebook. They don't have any column anywhere. But never mind for them. And we keep doing public program. You know, this cartoonist group meet fans, come, and then they can talk. They did produce some book recently. This group, all the work of all the cartoonists. They come up with a new one book recently, just last month.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
So, is there any like one experience that sort of summarizes your interactions with the government as a cartoonist?
I can't say one. I don't have a specific one, but actually it's ongoing. It's an ongoing process. You know, I was not allowed to give a speech in Malaysian University. I have experience. I was invited by one of the university, and on the same day, 1 hour before the program, I received a call from the lecturer. The professor said that I'm sorry, we had to cancel last minute cancellation because the instruction come from above, kind of thing. So that is the among the things, you know, you are not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this. You have to do whatever, you know, whatever you have left for you. So the internet alternative view to do public program, you know, to overcome that. But I'm feel lucky because I have a lot. I can say a lot. I have a very huge fan base in Malaysia. Where, you know, in my Facebook, at least I got 50,000 followers follow me and to read my cartoon, you know, every day, and they can share my sentiment. Now, the difference between me and my fan is just they can't draw. They don't know how to draw. But they are talking about the same language. You know, people don't agree with this issue. People say they want to fight too. People say they want to take active role in changing society. But the difference, they can't draw. So they hope that by looking at my cartoon, that is like what they wanted to say. You know, the same point. And the other thing is my cartoon can, for some, not everybody, even though they not agree with the government, not everybody is brave enough to confront the government, like to involve in street protest. They are not brave enough, or maybe some of them, because they work for the government, so they can't do that. But the other type of protest is the easiest, simplest type, and I can say the effective type of protest in Malaysia is to laugh at the government. You laugh at the government. So that's why cartoon come in. People love to laugh at their leaders. The corrupt government, they say, okay, you can't do anything. But if I laugh at you, what are you going to do? There is no specific law to prevent people from laughing. So this is my role, I say, okay, I can take others to come and join the protest.
Okay. So why do you cartoon? Like, what is there one thing or a couple of things that sort of?
Yeah, cartoon. I'm lucky to have a talent. So not everybody have a talent. Okay, cartoon is have advantages compared to, let's say, we're talking about writing or other form of communication. Okay, first, because cartoon is a bit fun. Of course, people love cartoon, So people like to people very easy for people to read cartoon because it gives them something to laugh, it gives them something to joy about. And second thing, it carries a very quick message compared to you need to read one full page of newspaper. But what you do is only read one piece of cartoon. You can get the message very quick in maybe less than 1 minute, or faster than that sometimes. And then also because cartoon is universal. I mean, I'm from Malaysia. I show you cartoon, you still can understand it, because it's universal. Because I write in our own language, I show to you, you won't understand even that kind of thing. So the third thing is, the fourth thing is the most important thing that it will, because it's a visual form. It can stick. It's easy to stick in our mind. Something visual, people can still remember. So I realized that these factors makes cartoons a very powerful communication media. So that's why I said since I'm a cartoonist, I will fully utilize this to complete my mission or for my mission. And one thing I would like to highlight here too, for me, but I don't know others, talent is not a gift. I for me not. Some people think talent is a gift. They can people are very, sometimes they are very lucky. I have talent, I can become a popular, I become, but glamour or things like that. But I say, for me, not. Talent is not a gift, but a responsibility. So, by saying that, I need to give back my talent to the people. People can use my talent, Example like this, I posting my cartoon every day in internet, except weekend, 5 days a week. On the internet, people can watch it. And I want people to share this cartoon, as many as you can. Please go and share. And I won't charge you for this, because this is my contribution. This is what I'm giving back to you. So I sometimes I put some cynical note in the below the cartoon that according to Zunar's Cartoons Act, I have those who don't share this cartoon is an offense. It's an offense not to share this cartoon, kind of thing. So you better share it, because I want to reverse this process. Normally people say don't share without permission. That's what people say all the time. But I say no, share it, and I want to give back to the people. Sometimes I was invited to give a talk or give some guide to the young cartoonists how to draw cartoon kind of things. But if they say they don't have money to pay, I will say fine, I will do for free. That because for me, I really believe talent is my responsibility to give back to the people. It's not for me to get to gain a material gain, a monetary gain. No, but to give back to the people.
Okay. Have you ever in your career considered stopping cartooning?
Stopping drawing cartoon?
Yeah.
There are some point this come across in my mind. When I was detained in the lockup, I said that it come, but But it won't take long before I say no. I won't stop. I won't stop. I will keep doing this. I not even practice a censorship after that. You know, some people may slowing down and say that try to become a different person already after that. You know, there are some cartoons you don't want to draw. It might cause you in trouble again. You have to practice censorship. For me, I say no. I will draw just it is. I will draw what I want to draw. I don't care what the government want to do. So this is important to overcome our fear. You know? So people say, are you afraid people, they will come and detain you again? I said, yes, I am afraid, but I don't care about that. I will do what I want to do. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think. Some people, even yesterday, the question at the class, people ask me, after you go back in Malaysia, you'll be a risk. They will detain you because you're so vocal here. I said, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I don't want that to stop me from being vocal. When we put that in our mind, that you start self-censorship, and then you start to contradict inside. You start to say all kind of thing. So for me, no, I will keep drawing again until the last drop of my ink.
Okay. And this is the last question. What is the main goal, or like your main reason for cartooning? Something that like.
Yeah. I want to be the agent of reform. I want to push reform. In Malaysia been governed by the same political party for 57 years. So we really need change. So I want to be, through my cartoon, I want to be the agent of change who push reform. That is my own my mission. That's why they always say to fight through cartoon. And I always tell my people in Malaysia that we cannot be neutral. We have to stand up and fight, and you have to have a stand, a very clear stand. And I keep saying my slogan is, how can I be neutral? Even my pen has a stand. So to show that how important to have a stand, and only that everybody can take part in this struggle. I'm cartoonist, I draw cartoon. I have a mission to change this government, push for reform. And you can have the same mission too, in your own field. Provided you understand the direction. Provided you understand the direction and you make your stand clear. This is important. So my mission is, I hope one day my cartoon can change the society and the political scenario in Malaysia altogether. One day. I don't set any day. There's no specific deadline for that. I like to say it here that this struggle is like an endless marathon. We don't see where it will end. There is no end marathon, so no ending marathon. So what you need to do is to stay in track and move forward. So that's a success already for.
So you see what you do as an end of itself rather than a means to an end.
Come again?
You see cartooning, or like the way you cartoon, as an end of itself rather than a means to an end. Or the end would be of reform, but
yeah, the end will be reform, but only timing. The difference is the time. We don't know when it will happen. But I can see the result now. Even though maybe we can say 10% or 20%, there's no percent of it. But there are some change after me. That's why they try to detain me. The main reason actually when they banned my book, I mentioned the official ground, but actually the main reason I got it from someone who sit in the meeting to decide to ban my book. The main reason is because they are worried my cartoon can change teenagers' mind. They're not worried about those adults who have make up their mind. but they worry about teenagers' mind, who still teenagers' mind can change teenagers' mind about the political situation in Malaysia. That's what they are very worried about. So I can say that I can give an impact not only to to those who involved in politics, but also for those for the youngsters who still have few options in their mind, and they haven't decided anything yet. Now, people like you maybe still young, but they worry about that. So I can say that it shows some impact now. Again, I don't know when it will end.